Okay, so there's this project that I'm doing in English, and we were reading Life of Pi as a book, so we had to relate closely to the book with a project, and I decided what better to do than how to prepare tiger meat. So, that's what I did. Um, yeah, I started thinking, okay, well, let's just look up if there's any way to prepare tiger meat. First thing that came up, apparently there's this delicacy or a dish or something that's called tiger's meat, but it's just raw beef and a couple of seasonings, and it's like spread on a cracker. It sounds kind of disgusting, but I don't know, whatever. Um, so that was a no-go. Apparently, who knew, you know? Who knew an endangered species would not have very many recipes online? Who could have guessed? So I couldn't find anything anywhere about how to prepare tiger meat. If anything, the only thing that was closely related was how to feed the tigers. Like how to prepare tigers' food, which is mostly meat. I did some I did some searching around just to make sure that I couldn't find it anywhere. And I thought, well, what's the closest to that? Oh yeah, maybe I'll look up what type of meat cat is, like what some cat meat recipes are. Because there's got to be some like Asian cat meat recipes, right? And then that was a no go. I didn't want to do that after I thought about it. So instead, I looked up what meat was the closest substitute for cat meat. Turns out the closest substitute to cat meat is pork. So that's cool. Anyways, I decided, okay, well, let's find a really simple pork recipe. The simplest one I found was not that simple, and then I remembered, oh yeah, Pi in the book and in the movie was lost at sea. So if he manages to kill the tiger, then what is the best way for him to have prepared that meat? And I was like, oh yeah, there's a thing called sun drying. Yeah, you could just carve up pieces and hang them up to dry or something. So I looked up how to do that. That was cool. You just hang them up in a hot spot and they dry, and then you eat them. And I think that's. I don't know how sun drying pork would go. I don't know if you need to cook it or not. They didn't cook the beef when they sun dried it. I mean, they turned it into jerky as well. That's what they did to it. So you can make tiger jerky. But I'm gonna take a little break from culinary greatness and give you a little refresher course of what to do when you're out on the open ocean. Do keep track of your supplies. Do stay hydrated. Do eat food. Do keep your mind occupied. And also stay alive. Don't lose your supplies. Drink seawater. Eat bad food. Go insane. Die. Eat all of your food. Drink all the water. Or panic. Alright, that was it. Back to culinary greatness. Boat cooked meal. Very nice. I was thinking, well, what could you use for seasonings? Just to spice it up a bit. I was like, you can't really use anything as seasonings. I was gonna say you could use the seawater, but the seawater is also really, really gross. So I mean, if you could find a way to boil it, if you could find the way to get the salt out, but not any of the bacteria and all the grossness in the ocean, then I guess yeah, you could do that. But I doubt that you'd be able to. And that's how I learned how to prepare tiger meat while lost at sea.